Can I please get all of my Samsung Nights to be 100,000% real with themselves right now and admit that the Samsung, listen to that, my bad. The Google Pixel Fold has the better foldable design. And if you have not used it, please don't abuse it. It's like saying you don't like pizza and you never had pizza. I'll just go ahead and say it. This foldable appeals to me more than this foldable. And I'll tell you exactly why after 2 weeks of use with the Google Pixel Fold. I know, Samsung Nights, I'm with you. I'm a Z Fold fan as well. And it's hard to stomach that there's a foldable out there with a better design. They're sick of everyone talking about how good the front display is on this Google Pixel Fold. And that's one of the key reasons, as someone who's new to foldables and looking to get into this market, this design checks off a massive W with the front display. Not only that, another reality is how flat this design is. And it also has a premium build. We have the frosted glass back. The first time, thank you Google for doing this. Hopefully that's on the Pixel 8 Pro and so on. Because this is a flagship quality build all the way around. A high quality front display as well as inner display, all OLED, all 120 Hertz goodness, variable refresh rate. It's smooth as butter. The majority of what you would expect from a high quality flagship device. That's what you get in the Google Pixel Fold. Now, something else I have to say in terms of design, there's a lot of misinformation about this camera housing being the Pixel 7a. It's not. You can go on Google's website, you can do a comparison. This is absolutely different hardware from any other Pixel devices, which means this camera system is the Pixel Fold's camera system. And it's actually really good. We'll get more into that in the future. So from a design standpoint, as someone who has used the foldables of the US, of the present and the past, Samsung, I can say wholeheartedly that this is the better build and design. And it's not just dimensions, you guys, it's also OLED panel quality. In comparison to what Samsung has to offer, this has a better quality front OLED panel. Higher PPI, just crisper, brighter functionality in the Pixel Fold. A lot of people in the beginning were having, early judgments about the bezels. But if you're being realistic about everyday use with this device, you won't even notice it. And another plus to them having this bezel is they have a camera cutout right there. Not an under display inner camera, but a real camera. Meaning you get real camera results in comparison to what you get on the Z Fold. Another reason to appreciate the Pixel Fold's design. I think a lot of thought went into it. Okay, so where does the Pixel Fold fall short? There's a few areas, and this is the reason why other people will refuse to say that this is the better Fold, because there's areas in software that can use an improvement. Case in point is very simple. If I open up Instagram, you guys gotta check Instagram before you put it up, so give me a second. But as you guys can see, Instagram, the aspect ratio and it's not optimized yet. But it will be in the future. When the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold first came out, it wasn't optimized either. Samsung had a little software fix, but it wasn't the best fix. Now, if I go over to Twitter, as you guys can see, it is far more well optimized. If I flip it this way, it takes up the full display ratio. This is what we should look forward to coming in other apps in the future. The reason why I bring that up is that's one of the biggest pluses that the Z Fold and the competitors have over the Pixel Fold is the fact that better app optimization due to the Z Fold being out for many of years. It's on their 5th iteration as of this year. So that's all gonna come to the Pixel Fold. And when it does, at that point, my question is, who truly has the better Fold? We'll wait. Every time I open up this display and I use it, I know you guys hate the way I say display, I don't care. Every time I see how crisp and pure and beautiful and clean my user experience is on these OLED panels, I can't help but fall in love with this device. I love the aspect ratio over the Z Folds. I have to say that. Even when you're watching 16:9 horizontal footage, it's larger on the Pixel Fold's display versus the Z Folds. So if you're wondering what the visual experience is on these OLED panels, it's phenomenal. It's clean, it's crisp, and it's extremely visible in all conditions. I haven't found a condition yet where I'm struggling with these OLED panels, whether it's the inner or the outer. Well, I will say this about the inner display, and this goes for every fold. Since they have that coating on them, it's very like reflective. See, like, let me see if I can get a little angle. You guys can kind of see right there, bam. You see a little angle of the monitor in there and things like that. But from an everyday perspective, everyday user, it's not like that obstructive to the point where you're just unable to use your device. The next area I want to speak on is platform. That Google Pixel software, that pure Android experience, but now in a device that folds open into a tablet. This is the Pixel experience that a lot of you who have owned Pixels can appreciate. A lot of you who enjoy a pure, clean Android experience can appreciate. And a lot of you who are curious about the Pixel experience, I think you all can enjoy the software experience on this Pixel Fold device. And then there's the area of cameras. Pixel is synonymous in the world of cameras. For those of you who don't know, if you don't know, now you know. The Pixel has some of the best camera image processing on the cell phone market. They have it down to a T when it comes to taking photos. Now, some people like them, some people don't. So it's all personal preference when we talk about, cameras and what they reproduce. But there is something that Pixels do that other camera, cell phone manufacturers don't, that I appreciate, and that's they are all inclusive to skin tones. And they had a pure initiative to this, and it shows. Whether I'm taking a photo or a video, you can see my skin tones represented properly, and I appreciate that. Shout out to Google for that one. Okay, so my battery's about to die. I'm about to squeeze my user experience in 4 minutes because I don't want to hold you up, but I also don't want my camera to die. So let's get into it. The user experience is honestly the gem of the Pixel Fold. The collective of the design, the collective of the OLED panels, the crispness, the brightness, the beautiful OLED panels in this thing. I'm telling you, the build quality, the feel in the hand, the dimensions that fit your hand perfectly for one-handed use, the front OLED panel that's the perfect size for all of your functionalities that you need without the need to unfold. But obviously you're going to unfold it because that's the allure of a foldable device. It's just, I'm not forced to fold it in order to handle certain things, which is the case on the Samsung Z Fold. And that's the weak point there. That's the strong point here. RAM management on this thing is clutch. I've left apps for the day and came back the next day and it picked up where I left off. That's beautiful optimization. That's one of those things that even on other platforms that are well optimized, you don't always get. So the user experience, the cleanliness, the smoothness, just the overall collective of the Pixel Fold is the reason why I'm choosing this fold over this fold. Even with how well polished, how well developed the Z Fold is, this one, even on its first gen swing, has already swayed me in another direction. You guys already know what to do, and if you don't, I'm gonna tell you. You hit the subscribe button, you hit the bell, and you turn on always notify. That way you don't miss any of these hot, honest, brutally honest, and truthful tech takes, baby. Fold drop. Oh, we ain't dropping our fold.
It was always me versus me. It was never me versus you. Misunderstood. Get up, had to beat those eyes. Got up and I beat those eyes. It's understood. It was always me versus me. It was never me versus you. And now I'm good. Wake up and I do my part. Wake up and I do my job just how I should. It was always me versus me. It was never me versus you. Misunderstood. Get up, had to beat those eyes. Got up and I beat those eyes. That's understood. It was always me versus me. It was never me versus you. And now I'm